Limu limo at
What's going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to everyone who support the platform. Much love, much love, much love. If y'all can hear me clearly, please drop a 1 in the chat. Please drop a 1 in the chat. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly. Drop a 1 in the chat for me. Okay, I see some ones. I see some ones. I see somebody can hear me. I see someone can hear me. Okay. Shout out to everyone that's in the building. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. And of course, we are back right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. I'm y'all host, DS1 Ross, of course. Man, I appreciate all the love and the support. Salute to everyone that's in the building. Happy Friday to everyone. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to everyone. Salute to everyone that's in the building. Got a great show lined up for you guys today. So do me a favor. Make sure you hit the like button on the way in. Double tap y'all screens. Double tap y'all screens. Because we're going to have this conversation today. We're going to have this conversation today. So before we get into it, I'm going to shout everyone out that's in the building. But make sure you support the show with a like and a share. Support the show with a like and a share, y'all. Support the show with a like and a share. Sorry, but I had to postpone the show. And we here. So shout out to everyone. Shout out to everyone. Hopefully everyone comes back. If you're in the building, do me a favor and share the show. Share it on your community tabs, Facebook, Instagram, your Discord servers, anywhere that you share content. Do me a favor and share the show, y'all. Share the show. Share the show. Shout out to Miss New York Nikki Baby in the building. Hey, Miss New York Nikki. Shout out to you. I appreciate you. Always coming through and holding it down. Thank you so much. We got one lovely lady mod in the building. Shout out to my man Mark in the building. I know a lot of y'all was here this morning, but I'm going to still shout everyone out. Shout out to you, Mark. Peace to you, my brother. Shout out to the cynical one in the building. Hey, Sin. Good to see you. Good to see you. We got two lovely lady mods in the building. We got one top lovely lady mod in here. Hey, Ms. L'Oreal. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Shout out to you. I appreciate you as always. Shout out to my man Bob in the building. What up, Bob? Salute to you, bro. Shout out to my man Astral on a pull-up. What up, Astral? Salute. Bob says, I grew up in Chicago. I hate it has to come to this, but it's long overdue. I had to leave because of the crime. 5 people were offed on the block I lived on within 3 years. PTSD. Wow. Y'all see that? Shout out to my man Bob. See, nobody talks about that part of growing up in the hood. Nobody don't talk about that. We're gonna get into it today. How you doing, Naomi? Good afternoon to you. Shout out to you, Miss Naomi. Hey, Scorpio Mama. Shout out to Miss Scorpio Mama in the building. So we have what, 4 lovely lady mods in here today. Good to see you, Scorpio. I appreciate you. Shout out to Miss Classy Creole in the building. We got 2 top lovely lady mods in here. We got 5 lovely lady mods in here this Friday afternoon. Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. Good to see you, Miss Classy Creole. I appreciate you as always. Thank you so much. Happy Friday. Shout out to Larry Vaughn on the pull up. What's good, bro? Salute to you, man. Salute. Shout out to my man T Church in the building. What up, T Church? Salute, my brother. Salute. What's up, Irby? Shout out to Irby Fatal. Salute, Irby. Shout out to everyone that's on the pull up, man. We're going to get into this conversation today. Because the same issue that a lot of Black Americans had when the National Guard was deployed in LA, the same problem that a lot of Black people was claiming they had when Trump deployed the troops in Washington. Now he's going to send them to Chicago. Morpheus, what's up, Morpheus? Shalom, my brother. Shout out to Morpheus in the building. So today's show, what would a military takeover mean for Chicago's residents? What would it mean for the people who live in Chicago? See, we did multiple shows about LA. We did multiple shows. We also did a show about DC, not multiple shows. We did a show about DC where we heard the residents glad that Donald Trump has deployed the military to Washington, D.C. streets. We watched videos with the people happy. Wasn't no robberies, but nobody didn't get killed. People was happy about this. And we need to have this conversation because this is the community conversation that people stray away from. Because this is where things no longer become about race. This is where the Black community split up. Because you have Black American people in the community who want the community to be better, who want the community to be clean, who want the community to be prosperous. Right? And then you got another half of the Black American community who wants the shit to stay the same. Because they have gotten comfortable with their conditions. See, nobody want to talk about this. You got a lot of people who want the hood to stay the hood. They don't want nothing better. They always want the projects to be the projects. They don't want nothing better. Because to them, to have something better is to not be Black. We're going to talk about this today. We're going to get into it. Yep. Yep. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this. We got people who want to complain about our neighborhoods not having resources, right? But when they want to bring resources to the community, we have a problem with being in the right standing to receive those resources. We want the crime rate to be up in the community, and we want the government to put jobs there. Listen to what I just said. We want the government to put resources in crime-infested neighborhoods. Can y'all please make that make sense? See, we over here, we talk with sense. You know who talk about colors? Kids. That's who talk about colors. Children. Why would a government put jobs in a highly criminal infested area? Why would they put more businesses there? Why would they put more stores there? Let's make it make sense. Because you pro-black, I love my people, lying ass Negroes, right? Y'all always said, if y'all put more jobs in the hood, people will stop committing crime. That sounds stupid. The goddamn people gonna be robbing the store where people got the jobs at, fool. So if we put more stores here, they just gonna stop robbing stores and try to work in them. Do that. Listen to that. You done gave them more options to rob from. You think they're gonna say, oh, we're not gonna rob these stores. We're gonna try to get hired. Shut up. You see why you gotta stop listening to dummies? Oh, if they just put more jobs there, things would change. No, it won't. That's not gonna stop people from robbing. How you know the burglary rates are not gonna go up? Because it's more stores. It's more choices for them. Huh? So if you just put more jobs there, people will choose to go to work. Everybody that rob people don't rob people because they need money. See, this is that lie that was told to us that we believed. They pushing that fake black power shit. Because a lot of that shit was fake. A lot of that shit was dumb niggas lying to us so they could go get money from the government. These same niggas who taught us to be anti-government and to be anti-system got checks from the system. Huh? The white man's the devil. But y'all got mosque all over this goddamn country. But the white man's the devil. 501c3. The white man's the devil. The white man don't want to see the black man with nothing. This is the shit that they told us. While they had businesses set up all over this goddamn country. This is what they told us, though. So you could work for them and be slaves for them. See, I know what that shit is. You ain't gonna lie to me because I'm not stupid. You ain't gonna tell me the white man the devil, and then you go get money from the white man to set up your goddamn temple. Mos 33. Y'all didn't build that shit. You got money from the government. But the white man the devil. Huh? But the white man don't want to see the black man with nothing, even though he gave your black ass something to run your organization while you lying to black people out here. And now you got these same black people still sleep talking about Trump is a devil. When the whole goddamn time, the money behind the Black Power movement was from white folks. There wasn't no black money. Show me where they got them from. Huh? Don't play with me. And I dare one of you niggas come in here and act like I don't know what I'm talking about. Did no black money fund no black movements? Nowhere. Ain't no black money fund the Nation of Islam. Ain't no black money fund the Black Panthers. That money didn't come from black people. It came from white folk. Yeah, the ones that they told you that was the devil. That's why your black ass still talking about Trump is evil. Because you still believe the white man the devil. You still believe in a white boogeyman. And them same niggas that taught you that bullshit, they living in mansions and been living in mansions for the past 3 to 4 decades while your black ass is living in Inglewood, Chicago. You live on 63rd and King Drive. Them niggas is up in the Hollywood Hills. Teaching your black ass the white man the devil. But they up in Calabasas with the white man. They up in Calabasas in Wyoming with the white man. But they told you the white man was the fucking devil, right? This is what they told us. They up in mansions in the hills. Your black ass still in the projects. Shut up. You ain't gonna keep lying to me like I'm dumb. Them same niggas live in mansions. All them niggas. The white man's the devil. Does any of them live next to you? The one who taught you that the white man was the devil, where he live at? I bet you he live in a better neighborhood than you. I bet you his kid could leave his bike outside and don't worry about it getting stolen. I bet you that. I bet you his kids don't go to public school. I bet you that. I bet you they shop at Whole Foods, nigga. We're going to have a real conversation today. That's what we're going to do. Chicago, the home of the Nation of Islam. But the whole goddamn city is getting riddled with bullets. Talk to me. Let's talk. Cause I know what you niggas gonna tell me. I know all the shit you gonna tell me. I lived it. That's why I don't listen to none of you niggas. What y'all gonna tell me? Brother, you don't know the plan against the black. Shut up. I've been hearing that shit since I was 5 years. Niggas, shut up. I grew up listening to that. You can't talk to me like that. You can't talk to me like that. I'm not stupid. Shout out to Ford Focus. They don't know nothing about Fard Muhammad, WDF, Wallace Dodd Ford, who was a white man. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. I'm not stupid. Yeah. You're going to tell me, oh, you know, dinosaurs ain't never exist, brother. And the white man ain't the devil, nigga. Keep telling me that bullshit. So I could come work for you. Yeah, you know the white man the devil, brother. He ain't got nothing for you. We got a place for you over here. Yeah, I know. Think I'm stupid. I'm not stupid, homie. You ain't gonna keep telling me this. Do y'all know that Chicago is the home of the Nation of Islam? Did y'all know that? That's supposedly the birthplace of Elijah Muhammad. Supposedly. But none of the violence can cease. Huh? All you people that's supposed to be about peace, it was never established in Chicago. see, listen. Thank you, Carlene Lewis. Shout out to Miss Carlene Lewis. I appreciate that super sticker. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Carlene. I appreciate you. We need to have this conversation today. Because we tired of hearing we could police ourselves. No, you can't. No, you can't. No, you can't. First thing y'all get up here and tell me, oh, DS1, we can't tell men what to do. We can't tell men what. Then how the hell we gonna police ourselves? How we gonna police ourselves then? If you can't pull another man's coat, how we gonna police? You see how all of this shit is bullshit. We can't police ourselves. That's why we need a government. That's why we need police officers. Because some of y'all walk around all the time breaking the law. That's why. That's why. And my voice and my word as a black man doesn't resonate with another black man. You know whose voice resonates with another black man? A white man. Yeah, let's tell the truth. When that white shirt, white captain officer get out his car, all you niggas bow down. But when that black officer hop out, oh, shut your goofy ass up. You's a goofy. You's a this, you's a that, you's a this, you's a that. How you a cop? Y'all get to doing all that to the black man. But when that white sheriff pull up, oh, you niggas, yes, sir. You niggas straighten up, straighten your neck up. Yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're complying, sir. Now you niggas got vocabulary. Yes, sir. We're complying. You niggas ain't graduate out the 7th grade. When the goddamn white cop pull up on you, Chicago niggas, we're complying, sir. We're complying. We're in compliance. Yeah, where all that GD shit at now? Huh? Rest in peace to Big Dale. See, it's brothers like Big Dale that died trying to warn you niggas about what was coming. See now they pushing a unity movement in Chicago because certain people who've been trying to do it, they dead. See, now they pushing a unity movement because you niggas don't want to go to jail. That's what you niggas are doing. Now y'all walking around the street with unity t-shirts. Y'all got a unity event. Yeah, because y'all don't want to go to jail. That's why y'all doing this. When Big Dale was running his campaign, where was the support at? Where was the support? I know why he didn't get no support. Because he couldn't pay you niggas. I ain't stupid. Yeah. That's why y'all with that unity movement now. Because they cutting checks. Yeah. Y'all could get paid. This y'all job. Big Dale was doing it out of his heart. He was getting ready to drop a DVD, a movie, breaking down the origins of drill rap, trying to show the world that Chicago and that drill was never about violence. This is what Big Dale was trying to do, because he was trying to change the image and the trajectory that was put out about Chicago before they bring in the goddamn National Guard. Big Dale knew this. Big Dale is from the old cloth. Big Dale is an OG from back in the day. He was around when the first indictments came around. His father got swept up. Rest in peace to Big Dale, man. He knew this was coming because he was around when it came the first time. Now you niggas acting like y'all gonna do something? It's over. Trump, lock it down. None of you fake ass niggas, y'all ain't doing nothing. Y'all trying to hide. Hey, Trump, get him. Get him. You think because you got little kids dancing and jumping rope, nigga? We getting ready to get to the facts. We getting ready to get to the facts. Tired of you, Myson, Tamika Mallory, sell out your own people ass niggas. I'm sick of y'all. I'm sick of y'all. Little dirt daddy ass niggas. Trying to hide behind positivity. That's what Lil Durk father tried to do. Big Durk. He tried to come, trying to hide behind Islam. When your fucking son got so many people murdered in the city. You think you're gonna come home and have niggas praying in old block outside like that's supposed to change something? Like your son ain't do what he did. This what these niggas be doing. What's up, Craig? Got old ladies getting killed, kids getting killed because of the dumb shit your son was a part of. Dirk, your son. I hope they give his ass 1,000 years. Yeah, I said it. Because I don't believe in fairy tales like you niggas. You can't be a gangster and a revolutionary. Okay? Either you for the bullshit or you not for it. Oh, so while y'all want to talk about the drill rap war, right? Y'all don't want to talk about all them kids that's missing in Chicago. Nobody want to talk about that, though. Nobody want to talk about all the missing kids. Nobody want to talk about all the missing little girls in Chicago. Huh? Nobody want to talk about that, though. Oh, we're going to forget that too, right? Yeah. Yeah, we're going to forget that too. But we want to keep talking about, the government. No, the government got to come in and put their foot down. Plenty of missing. Shout out to Kevin Brooklyn all day. Plenty of missing kids. In Chicago. Let me show y'all something. Let me share my screen. We going there today, y'all. Let me show y'all something. Y'all ever heard of this? Y'all ever heard of this? Huh? FAIR, Federation for American Immigration Reform. I'm getting ready to drop a bomb on y'all. Look, sanctuary cities and states. Sanctuary cities, AKA trafficking hubs. Yeah, I bet you didn't know that these illegal immigrants who's at the forefront of sex trafficking, who's at the forefront of the fentanyl and the drug epidemic here in this country, do you know that they was using these sanctuary cities? Let's get to them. Sanctuary cities. It's 17 sanctuary states. What's number one? It's right here. What's number one? Let me share my screen. What's number one? California, the first sanctuary state. What's going on in California? Cartels, sex trafficking, fentanyl epidemic, prostitution. California. Who's doing all of that in California? Immigrants, illegal immigrants. Who you think run the cartels? Illegals. Yeah, we're going to talk today. Shout out to UFO. Salute UFO. He said cook. Shout out to you, bro. What's up, Brandon? Salute to you. Carlene says all the deals to expedite alleged MS-13 criminals to Africa instead of back to their old home place. We need to get their ass up out of there. And that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. Shout out to the Trump administration. What's up, Stray Godzilla? What's going on, fam? It's a failed regime, DS1. LA is a wrap. Yep. Thanks to who? Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom. What is the next sanctuary state? See, we're going to go through the sanctuary states. Colorado. Colorado. Opioid epidemic. Connecticut. Opioid epidemic. Drugs. Connecticut. Drugs. Next one. Hawaii. That's where Oprah at. Allegedly. Illinois. There we go. Illinois. Sanctuary city. Sanctuary city. This is where the illegals go. Sanctuary city. Tell them again. Tell them again, Miss Ellie. That's why El Chapo had Illinois charges. Sanctuary city. Shout out to my brother Third Ward in the building. Salute, bro. Sanctuary cities, man. Sanctuary states. Maryland. Maryland. DMV. DC, Maryland, and Virginia. Federation for American Immigration Reform. That's where the immigrants come. Yeah. Maryland. Massachusetts. Opioid epidemic. Massachusetts. Fentanyl. Fake pills. All up in Connecticut. All up in Massachusetts and Maryland and Philly. You see, you think you thought they just sent troops down to DC? Huh? You think they ain't running down on everything? Tom Holman not playing no games. He's running down on everything. He's running down on everything. A whole pipeline of illegals through the US. There you go. And they're all in these sanctuary cities. And what made me look this up, y'all, is when I was watching a video that we're going to take a look at in a minute, right? We got two videos we're going to take a look at. They kept mentioning Tom Holman. He kept mentioning sanctuary cities, sanctuary cities. I'm like, sanctuary cities? What is that? And look what I found. Look at what I done stumbled upon. I said, oh, this is it. Like Brownie said, a whole pipeline of illegals through the US. It's right here on the website. Right here, y'all. FAIR, Federation for American Immigration Reform. This is where they send them. They send them to these sanctuary states. Minnesota. Minnesota is right outside of what? Illinois. You know, people who grew up in Chicago and was born in Chicago, a lot of them go to Minnesota and Milwaukee. Did y'all know that? There's a lot of people who are originally from Chicago, in Milwaukee, and in Minnesota, and in Indiana. Sanctuary. This is crazy. Listen, y'all, this blew my mind. I said, oh, yes, and yes. Brownie, Miss Ellie's in the building. She's a Chicago native. She'll correct me if I'm wrong. People from Chicago, when they leave Chicago, a lot of them move to Indiana, Gary. They move to Indiana, right? Or they move to Minnesota or Milwaukee. I'm telling you. Stormy B Man, what's up, Stormy B Man? Comic Candies, how you doing, Comic Candies? How you doing? Plus, does anyone know where the homeless went in DC? Are they around? There's still a lot of homeless people in DC. Shout out to Running Warrior. Salute Running Warrior. They went there because the public aid pays more. I didn't know that, Running Warrior. See, I didn't know that. You know, I'm a Northeast guy, so I don't know like how the resources are distributed out in the Midwest. What up, Mike C? Mike C says Milwaukee and Gary. I thought so. Brownie says they go to Indiana, Wisconsin, or Minnesota. See? See? Bob says an hour. He's a Chicago native as well. Larry Vaughn says, I have relatives who now stay in Minnesota from Chicago. Brownie says, and Atlanta. Hey, Brownie, I think that's the new age Chicago people. I don't think none of the older Chicago people go to Atlanta. I think that's the new Chicago people. Because it's like, how the hell you land in Chicago? I mean, how the hell you land in Atlanta and you from Chicago? What the hell? Colleen says, probably put the unhoused people on a train out of state. I hope they didn't harm these people. What do you mean, the homeless people in DC? what's going on with the homeless is Trump created a homeless act, and he's there's actually housing that is being constructed for homeless people right now, but the only way that they could get into this new form of housing is they have to be in drug programs. Yeah, I read about that, Colleen. Like, this is how they're going to get rid of Skid Row in California. They're the first stop that they're gonna work on is Skid Row. And what Trump said is because they already did the research, and they said more than half of the homeless people that's in California, or that's on Skid Row rather, more than half of them are homeless because they're on drugs. They're not homeless because they lost their jobs. They're not homeless because of, living circumstances. They're homeless because of drug addiction, because of addictions. They already did the studies on it. So Trump said the only way that they can qualify for housing is if they make the efforts of getting clean. Irby says, all right, that sounds like a good plan. So you agree with that? If they get clean, they'll have somewhere to live. I agree with that as well. Third says, believe it or not, bro, it's quite a few people originally from Chicago that moved to Texas. I mean, I met some of them in high school and college. I heard about that too, bro. Because you do know that a lot of the Midwest people, a lot of their ancestors and stuff was from the deep South. So some of them are from Texas. Some of them are from Texas. What else is people from Chicago? A lot of them are from Alabama. Just like a lot of people from LA, a lot of they southern people are from Louisiana and from Texas. So it's a little bit of that in Chicago too. It's a little bit of that in Chicago too. Cause I don't know if you knew Third, but Young Dolph was originally from Chicago. So a lot of people that's in Chicago, they got family from Memphis. Dolph is originally from Chicago. His parents is from Chicago. He grew up in Memphis. He was born in Chicago. Sauce Walker is from Chicago, but he grew up in Texas. Sauce Walker grew up in Chicago. Sauce Walker, mother and father, is from Chicago. Both of them. Both of his parents are from Chicago. Sauce Walker. Kevin says he told homeless to go get help or go to jail. Pretty much. Pretty much. Pretty much. Running Warrior says after ATL hosted the Olympics, many did migrate to the A from Chicago. Oh, that's why I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Stormy says, I've heard something more nefarious is happening with the homeless Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Don't want to write it in your chat. I appreciate that. I appreciate that because still, Stormy, we still have to say allegedly. We can't say that is true, Since says the 1996 Olympics. Ludacris is from Chicago. Yes, he is, but he grew up in Atlanta. Facts. He is from Chicago. I forgot about that too, Third. I forgot about Luda. Luda is definitely from Chicago. He's not from Atlanta. L. Aubrey says people from lots of states moved to Texas. Then they discovered what was really down there and they moved back home. What's really in Texas? I don't think Texas is that bad. I got family in Texas. Texas, Mississippi, and Alabama. That's why it's a lot of vice lords in Mississippi. It makes sense. That makes sense. My grandfather is from Shelby, Tennessee. See? See? And y'all ended up in Chicago. Where's Memphis at? Memphis is in Tennessee. See? So let's get back to these sanctuary cities. Shout out to everyone that's in the building. I appreciate the chat participation. Shout out to my man JD 1975 in the building. Salute my brother. I appreciate your support, man. Great to see you as well. Salute to you, bro. He says Texas is lovely. Hey, man, my cousin tell me it all the time. He always be telling me, yo, just tell me when you on the way. He always tell me that. I want to go to Texas so bad, man. Number one, because I love barbecue. Outside of seeing my family, I want some of that Texas barbecue, JD. I need some of that Texas barbecue, man. Next sanctuary state, Nevada. Nevada. What goes on in Nevada? Nevada is the home of what? Las Vegas. Sin City. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sin City. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The desert. Mm-hmm. New Jersey. New Jersey. Look, y'all, New Jersey. Who remember when Chief Keef made that song? I'm about to blow New Jersey up. Who remember? Hey, y'all remember that Chief Keef song? I'm about to blow New Jersey up. Yeah, shout out to Chief Keef. Hey, Chief Keef said, Finito, I'm about to blow New Jersey up. Yeah, yo, Sosa is crazy. Chief Keef is bugged out. he got into it with them Jersey dudes. He made a whole song called Finito. It's called Finito, son. It's called Finito. That's actually one of Chief Keef's biggest songs too. Finito. How you doing, Julie? Julie Mumford says, I'm from Illinois. I live in the upper northwest corner, just across the border from Wisconsin and Iowa. Oh, okay. So it's a little bit nicer up there where you at, Julie. So do you disagree with anything that I'm saying so far? Look at Running Warrior. Running Warrior probably a real Chicago. He a real Chicagoan. Running Warrior said Luda is not from Chicago. He's from Champaign, Illinois. Just like Corey Holcomb loves to say Kanye's not from Chicago. They say Kanye from the suburbs. I just hit a stain finito. Facts, Mike C. I just hit a stain finito. I'm about to blow New Jersey up. Yo, them niggas was crazy, Astro. Hey, yo, Astro, them young boys was crazy, man. Chief Keef was bugged out. He had us turned up. That's a fact. I love Chief Keef, man. I was more of a a Duck fan. You know, I'm more of a FBG type of guy, but I loved my favorite out of them was Fredo. Fredo Santana was my dude. Fredo was the one I listened to the most. Yeah, they banned him. They banned him. They banned him. That's a fact, Brownie. Basically, third, if Keith never left Chicago, he would have been in jail like Dirk is now. Pretty much. They pretty much want Sosa. Sosa, Big Chief Sosa, that's what, see, I don't respect Dirk. I respect Big Chief Sosa. He's the real one. Big Chief Sosa. Chief Keef. I never listened to Lil Durk. Big Chief Keef Sosa. Big Sosa. Big Sosa. They told Sosa early on, if you don't get out this city, we're gonna make an example out of you. I'm telling you, that's why Chief Keef been left. Because he would have been in jail. You see how Lil Durk fighting for his life right now? That would have been Chief Keef 10 years ago if he wouldn't have left Chicago. If he wouldn't have left Chicago, that would have been him. He would have been in jail. They would have been cooked Sosa and gave him life. They would have cooked him because of his influence. Because of his influence. Because of his influence. That's what Dirk didn't do. Dirk was so busy trying to prove that he could be bigger and he could beat the feds. That's why he in jail, man. That's really why he's in jail. Because he wouldn't leave. He wouldn't pack up his crew and leave Chicago. That's what Chief Keef did. Chief Keef did that shit 10 years ago. Him, Boss Top, what's Tato, Lil Tato. He took all of them and they moved to LA 10 years ago. They've been left. I'm not a fan of the drill scene. I'm a fan of the drill scene because I'm a fan of hip hop. But the reason why we have to bring up the drill scene, Irby, is because the drill scene is what highlighted all of the negativity in Chicago. See, I'm from New York. I didn't know that it was 9-year-olds catching bodies. You know where we learned that at? Listening to Chief Keef and them. Once we saw Zach TV, rest in peace to Zach TV. 11-year-olds popping out with big guns. He 11. He barely know how to talk. Zach put the camera on him. He backed this big ass gun out. He 10 years old. That's what we learned about Chicago. It was through the drill scene. Rest in peace to Zach TV. The drill scene in Chicago is what created drill rap. There would be no drill rap without Big Chief Sosa. There is no drill rap without Finito. There's no, that is a staple in the drill rap culture. That song, Finito, that song by Sosa, that song. Certain songs by King Von. These songs are staples that influence the world. This is why there's a YG and the OGs in New York City. Freedom Young Boys, man. Shy EK and them, the OGs, the OYs. All that shit came from Chicago. Where you think everybody GDK? That came from Chicago. That didn't come from New York. Chief Keef made dropping the rakes cool. That was Chief Keef and them, y'all. This was a culture that has spread it and is destroying communities. The same shit that's happening in Inglewood with older people getting shot is happening in New York. The drill rap has become a culture. Just look at the names. D-Thing. Look how it all go back to Chicago. D-Thing. K-Flock. Flock. Flock. Thing. D-Thing. C-Thing. All this come from Chicago. FBG this. OTF this. OYOGs. Woos. WOO. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. What you think them young boys was running around? Who you think they was listening to when they was catching cases? They was listening to Fredo Santana. They was listening to Chief Keef. They was listening to Dirk. They was listening to Vaughn. They was listening to Duck. They was listening to Pappy. So could you imagine if you're in that environment? Imagine living in the hood where all Chief Keef homies at. You think it's you think it's safe over there? You think it's safe over there? Like, let's be real. You think them boys was just making up the shit they was rapping? Or do you really believe that that's what was going on in their neighborhood? They could walk outside to go to school and it's a dead body in front of the building. That's real life. For them, that was real life for them. Walk outside and see a dead body. Growing up, I ain't even see dead bodies. Not on no goddamn street. I saw niggas get shot. But I ain't walk out my crib and see nobody dead. Laying there dead. This is what's going on down there. So to try to make this an issue that we could solve ourselves is a goddamn lie. It's a lie. The government, it's time for the government to step in. Running Warrior says DS1 Chicago has been a staple for violence long before drill music hit the scene. We all know, bro, that's Mafia City. We know that's we also know that the home of the Italian mob on the American soil is Chicago. We know that too, bro. We know y'all gangster city. That's where that gangster shit started in America, in Chicago. We know. We know, bro. We know. That mob shit, that mafia stuff, that stuff started in Chicago. That stuff started in Chicago. But what we want to highlight is the gangster shit that the Black American community grabbed a hold to. See, because, and correct me if I'm wrong, but they say Chicago is still a segregated city. So if Chicago is still segregated, then the gangster stuff that go on in their community isn't highlighted like the gangster stuff that go on in our community. Why is that? Why is that? What up, Saudi Tate? Yeah, Al Capone and them. Absolutely. The commission. Bob says, unfortunately, I saw a dead body on South Shore Drive back in 2013. PTSD. Chicago been a gangster city from the beginning. Because it's a what? What did we find out, Brownie? It's a sanctuary city. Sanctuary city. Illinois, a sanctuary state. New Jersey, New York, New York, all the places where the illegals was running around, running rampant. Y'all not paying attention to that? See, when I looked up, because I heard Tom Homan kept talking about sanctuary, 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 sanctuary. I said, I need to look this up. And I found it. The reason why Trump is deploying the military to all these sanctuary cities and states is because this is where the goddamn illegals was running rampant. You know how many goddamn immigrants in New Jersey? You got all types of immigrants in New Jersey. All types. All types. All types. New York. Who remembers when the goddamn illegals was running around New York City shooting police officers? Oh, y'all don't remember that? Y'all forgot? I forgot. You forgot? Huh? When they was running up, looting in stores, these illegals in New York City, beating up cops, shooting cops, stabbing people on a train. Who remember? I know some of y'all have short-term memory loss. I know. Smoke a lot of weed. You don't remember nothing. Y'all can go look all this up. This was done by illegals. All the crime that was happening in these cities, these were sanctuary cities, y'all. Sanctuary states. This is why Trump is deploying military to these places. Because guess what? The people won't give them up. You ain't gonna give up your plug because you still want that work. Even though it's killing thousands of people in your neighborhood, you still want that work because they coming to buy it. So you ain't gonna give up your plug. This is why they gotta deploy the military. Because the people hate this goddamn country. They want to keep the cartels in the hood because they want to keep getting money. So the people not going to give them up. The people not going to give them up. People hiring them for cheap labor. People ain't going to give them up. Got whole goddamn construction sites with immigrants. So this is why the government has to do something. That's why. Because people usually don't do what's best for them. That's just a psychology thing. Yeah, I know you never heard of it. Welcome to Sheep Stay Sleep TV, James Hunt. See, when you come over here, you hear shit you never heard. Because over here, we read. That's why. We read over here. That's why you never heard of certain shit. Never read it. Oregon. Pennsylvania. What, didn't I just tell y'all about Philadelphia? What I just told y'all? You thought they just went to D.C. and then go down and then go through Pennsylvania. Philly's next. Philly is next. Thank you, my brother. Shout out to my brother Bob. He says, DS1, your ability to articulate is wonderful. I appreciate you, my brother. Salute. Shout out to my brother Club in the building. What up, Club? My bad if I missed you, bro. Salute to you. What's up, Just Me? What's the next one? Pennsylvania, aka what? Pistolvania, right? Gilly, Pennsylvania, right? Do y'all know? Have y'all ever heard of Philly drill? Have y'all ever heard of Philly drill rap? I did. I listened to it. Rest in peace to YBC Duel. AR Ab. That's Philly drill. Quilly Mills. Whoever heard of Quilly? Huh? Whoever heard of FS the Bender? OT7 Kwani? Grilla? Little Uzi? Mr. Lil Uzi. Philly drill rap. Philly drill. Go type in FS the Bender. FS the Bender said, "We the reason that the city murder rate is rising." That's what he said. I said, oh yeah, he's listening to Chief Keef. Oh yeah, he's a Chief Keef fan. Go just type in FS the Bender. Yeah. Smoking Ops. Who made that popular? Chicago. Chicago. Smoking Dead People. Where that come from? Chicago. And it has impacted the world. Sanctuary cities, y'all. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island. Rhode Island. Yeah. See, Rhode Island, let me tell y'all something about Rhode Island. See, Rhode Island, right? Just like Connecticut, just like Massachusetts, is a drug hub. Drug hub. This is where people from bigger cities like New York, we'll go to Connecticut, we'll go out to Rhode Island, Vermont, and sell thousands of dollars worth of drugs and rob people. And guess who's in guess who's in Rhode Island? A lot of people that's in Rhode Island. Immigrants. Mm-hmm. You know what they sell a lot up in Rhode Island? Pills. Mm-hmm. Pills, narcotics. 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 Vermont, crack. Narcotics. Yeah. 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 What up, William? Shout out to William Council. William Council says Vermont is legit though. Yeah, they don't play no games. When your ass get caught out there committing crime, they're gonna cook you. They're gonna cook you. They're gonna cook you. Yeah, Vermont is gonna cook you. How you doing, Miss Tangi? Shout out to you, Miss Tangi. Hey, Queen Shay. Shout out to Miss Queen Shay on the pull-up. Yes, they stay high up here in Connecticut. You in Connecticut, Queen Shay? Yeah, they stay high up. There's zombie land up in Connecticut now. They off the fentanyl and that dope. That heroin is the heroin epidemic. And them pills. Them pills, man. Them Xannies. Them Xans. They like Xans in Connecticut. They like Xanax. They like downers in Connecticut. Zombie land. Like Philadelphia. They like downers. They like walking around like zombies. These are your sanctuary cities, y'all. We still got videos to get to. So y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. What's up, Anonymous? Yes, it's Zombie Land. Zombie Land, Sin. Absolutely. Zombie Land. Utah. There's how many? 17 sanctuary states. Vermont, look. Vermont, look. Where I just told you. Where they go? Vermont, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Washington, D.C., the District of Columbia. Yeah. Oh, why would he send the military down there? It's a sanctuary city, fool. Let's go over them again. California, number 1. Colorado, Connecticut, Hawaii, Illinois, Maryland, Massachusetts, Minnesota, 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 Nevada, New Jersey, New York, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, Utah, Vermont, Washington, the District of Columbia. And we getting ready to get into this video because according to the Border Patrol, the leader, shout out to Tom Homan, he said that Trump plans to deploy the military and Homeland Security in all sanctuary cities. And this is what y'all are going to call martial law. This is what y'all are going to call martial law. Oh, they trying to put us in martial law. You don't even know what's going on. Still running with conspiracies. Don't even got the facts. Gotta stop doing this, people. We Americans, man. We supposed to be smart. We supposed to enjoy using our brains and thinking. You know, and we not doing that, man. And it's quite embarrassing. It really is. So let's get into this video. Fair use, YouTube. Fair use, fair use, fair use. Fair use. Just me said, damn, 17. I thought there was like 3 or 4. 17. Mike C says, sanctuary city translate to don't worry about police. You're safe and protected here. Criminals paradise. Shout out to Mike C. Totally agree, Mike. Totally agree. There you go, Brownie. Say it again, Miss Ellie. Say it again. People are tired of living in fear. People are tired of living in fear. Come on now. What up, B Dolo? Salute. Appreciate you, just me. Thank you, Miss Classy Creole. I appreciate you. Shout out to Miss Country Girl Queena in the building. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good afternoon. Happy Friday to you. Happy Friday. Another one of my lovely lady mods in here today. Shout out to Miss Queena. Good to see you, Country Girl Queena. Good to see you. Let's get to it. Let me share my screen. Fair use, YouTube. Fair use.
All right, 19 minutes before the top of the hour, Illinois lawmakers continue to push back against President Trump sending the National Guard to Chicago. Chicago's Mayor Brandon Johnson, very unpopular, saying this, quote, I urge our federal government to listen to the advocates, experts, and Chicagoans who are calling for resources that stop the endless flow of guns, and as well as transformational investing in housing, education, mental health, and community safety. These are the same investments that are leading to historic reductions in crime and violence throughout the recent years. But take a look at this timeline over the weekend where the city saw 36 shootings that left 6 people dead. That's progress. We're joined now by Kata Truss. She's a longtime Chicago resident and community roundtable director. So what the mayor's pointing to is murder being down 50%, robbery being down 50%. But there are some really disturbing numbers when it comes to carjacking and other areas, like burglary being up, felony theft being up 46%, misdemeanor theft up 61%, and motor vehicle theft 80%. So, Kata, tell me, do you guys need help?
We absolutely need help. And I've been a Chicago resident all my life. I live in the Austin community where I've lived for the last 40 years. Earlier this year, my husband was carjacked right in front of our house. And so if you ask me, if you ask any victim of a violent crime, how they feel about crime in the city of Chicago, any of us will tell you that we are not safe, that we don't feel safe. We don't feel that our police department is doing enough. And whether it's because of resources or the amount of money that the city is spending or has to spend on violence prevention, I can't necessarily speak to that. I'm sure that more money would help, but I'm not even sure if I want to see more money come here, considering the misuse of the monies that this government has had thus far. I also saw a video of
Y'all heard that? Now we're gonna get back to it. But did y'all hear that? What's up, Ozzy? What's going on, Ozzy? You heard what she just said? She said she really don't want to see any more money be put into these organizations because of how much money has already been misused. Shout out to the residential OG. Salute, OG. Shout out to Elisino in the building. Salute. Listen to what that woman just said. Shout out to Kata. Shout out to Kata. Now, let's look, y'all. Look how everything come together. We just was talking about sanctuary cities, right? And how these sanctuary cities be the homes of a lot of immigrants. Her name is Kata. She's African. Her name's Kata. So while you got FBAs, and shout out to my FBAs, but we got to do better. We got to stop being so anti-government and get in the goddamn game, because you want to sit here and talk about Africans and how they do this and do that and this and that and this and that. But look at Kata. She's a part of the Black American experience. She actually cares because she's doing something about it. We got a lot of FBAs who could sit here and philosophize everything, but they're doing absolutely nothing. They're not doing anything for things to change for foundational Black Americans. I see a lot of immigrants, in particular Africans, that be in places like Chicago, or the Caribbean people that be in the South, that go out their way to do things to help uplift the Black American community. I'm talking about currently the who the FBAs who really on the front line right now for us? That's in the game. I'm not talking about somebody who just, hanging out with people. I'm talking about that's really in the game. But you know what the Africans do? The Africans get in here and they begin to try to help change the Black experience. Probably not the Black American experience, but the Black experience. There's a lot of Africans, right, Miss Ellie? Right, Bob? Shout out to everybody from the Shy in the chat. There's a lot of Africans in Chicago. There's a whole section of Africans in Chicago. And guess what? A lot of them are more involved with government and organizational stuff than the foundational Black Americans. When if you are GD folk, if you a gangster disciple, right? If you about growth and development, your organization is supposed to help the government. See, y'all know nothing about Larry Hoover and growth and development. How it went from supreme gangsters to gangster disciples to growth and development. Y'all don't know that. Yeah. Yeah, you don't know what it is to be a Black disciple. That ain't anti-government. None of them brothers was anti-government. You know what they was doing? They was trying to get the government to work with us. That's what them brothers was doing. But you know what you gangster niggas do? You get on the internet and lie and tell lies about them brothers. They wasn't anti-government. The vice lords weren't anti-government. Shout out to the CVLs, the conservative vice lords. They was about being a part of the fucking government. None of them were anti-government, nigga. I dare one of y'all tell me I'm lying and I don't know what I'm talking about. Which group from Chicago was against the government? Which one? Huh? Last time I checked, Larry Hoover sent goddamn Greyhound buses down to the projects and made them get on a bus and go vote. That's the shit they was doing. Black men, Black American men, go vote. They ain't never tell us to hate our president, hate our system. They never told us that. They never told us the white man is the devil. They ain't never tell us that. Not no foundational Black American. Not no foundational Black American. That's why Malcolm knew that was bullshit when he took his black ass to Mecca. He knew that that was bullshit. That's that foreigner talk. That's that foreigner talk. Oh, y'all forgot Minister Louis Farrakhan is a tether. Respectfully, he's a tether. He's not foundational Black American. Huh? Huh? That's why Malcolm left that shit alone. Name me one foundational Black American leader that told us to be anti-government and to hate this country. Because I'm going to tell you why you can't name one. Because if they told us to do that, then what the hell we was going to get from our own country? How you expect to get something hating the government of your country, fool? This is why you heard something back in the day become the spook that sat by the door. You get in the game and you leave the door crack. That's why you heard that type of stuff back in the day. That's that foundational Black American shit. You make sure you leave a seat for me, brother. Make sure when you get in them meetings, you tell them about me. You didn't know that David Barksdale and Larry Hoover was together? It was the streets that created this separation narrative. It was GDBD, BGD. Did you know that? No. Because you listen to the internet and drop rates because you listen to Lil Durk. Oh, you like the GDs, so you can't listen to 600. You can't listen to 600 Breezy. Dumb shit. When it was never about that. All them young brothers showcasing their talent. We should support all that shit. I support both sides. It's music. I don't care about the street shit. Yeah, we're going to talk today. Let's get back to it. But foundational Black Americans in Chicago, y'all need to do better. Instead of sitting on the internet all day talking about tethers. But the tethers are the ones in our communities stepping up and doing work, leading organizations. It's them Africans, it's them tethers. And shout out to the Latinos. They've been stepping up, creating a lot of more organizations too to help Black communities. While you niggas sit on the internet and call people tethers all day when you ain't doing shit.
Governor Pritzker walking along the lakefront in the city of Chicago talking about how peaceful it was. But I urge him, walk down 79th Street, walk down Chicago Avenue, walk down Central Avenue where I live, and then tell me that you feel the same way. Or more importantly, Governor Pritzker and Brandon Johnson both have security details. If Chicago is so safe, as I heard Brandon Johnson say a couple of weeks ago, Chicago was one of the safest cities in America, why do you have a security detail? Why don't you get rid of it? You know, Brandon Johnson was a strong component for defunding the police before he became mayor. I don't see him talking about that now. Those talking points are not a part of what you hear him saying. And so also talk to those people, those business owners who are being robbed weekly and are afraid to open their businesses, don't know if their business are going to be able to survive because they're constantly being robbed. Ask those people how they feel about crime here in Chicago. Ask those 3 senior citizens who were gunned down in front of their senior building a couple of weeks ago, how they feel about violent crime in the city of Chicago. And so for our elected officials to stand and to say that the city is safe and that the crime is not that bad is a myth. Also, I looked at a study.
Yeah, she just dropped off. We're going to get her back in a second. She doesn't even need me here. I can understand how excited and how upset she is when someone says everything's safe and your husband was carjacked a few weeks ago. Someone says someone's safe. Take a look at this. This is Chicago's weekend shootings. I just want you to say, look, see the yellow dots? Those are all the shootings took place, 7 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 10:15. This guy's telling everybody safe. And the red dots are the deaths, the shootings that result in the deaths. They are between 12 to 13,000 more cops. They need 12 to 13,000 more, and he's refusing free help from the federal government. Incredible. I'm Steve Doocy. I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube.
Y'all see what these Democrats are doing? They're refusing help. Because Trump came to mess up your little goddamn scamming party. You're no longer going to fatten your pockets off of the death of American people. It's over. It's over. That's why they're against Trump. Because you're not going to profit off of the destruction of the American people. Because this is what people in the government have been doing, like Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, like this bastard, this black bastard right here, the mayor of Chicago, talking about the crime rates done dropped. This lying ass bastard, because he want to keep making money at the behest of his own people. These them same niggas that'll say, well, if you just put more jobs out there, the violence will go down. Dumb niggas. You heard what that woman just said? People afraid to open up their goddamn businesses. So who the hell are they hiring? Sick of you lying ass niggas. Who the hell are they hiring? When they scared because they getting robbed every day. Or if you just put the more jobs out, lying ass niggas. No, if they put more jobs out, You get a cut of that, bastard. I know the game. You get kicked back. That's why you want more jobs, you bastard. Because you don't care about them people. Whoever saw the show, The Shy? Whoever saw that show, The Shy? They show you this shit in the show. Local government corruption. How the goddamn mayor of Chicago was a top-ranking BD. This is in the goddamn show. This is in the show. The Shy. This is in the show. This nigga was the mayor, and he was the high-ranking leader of the BDs. They showed this shit in the show. The Shy. Go look it up. Go watch the first few seasons. The corrupt mayor who was tied to the gangs, who had whole dope houses running in the south side of Chicago. The goddamn mayor. But these the niggas that's telling you the white man is the devil. These are the niggas that's telling you, oh, the white man's oppressing us. This motherfucker's the mayor. Excuse my language. This person is the mayor, and he running dope houses in the same city. Go watch The Shy. Go watch The Shy. They tell you in the goddamn show. They show you what Chicago about. They show you. They show you. Yeah. 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 MJ says, like them old crooked Chicago aldermans from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Come on, man. I know about Fluky Stokes. I know about Fluky Stokes. One of the biggest pimps ever, who funded a lot of gangs. Fluky Stokes. Don't play with me. He's the same, oh, the white man's against us, until you figure out they was lying. It was them bastards. See, I'm not stupid, because I know how to make the connection to shit. They sold their own goddamn people out like it's always been. It ain't no white boogeyman. That's a lie. You heard what that woman said. Her goddamn husband got carjacked. But this lying bastard is going to get on the TV and say, oh, Chicago crime has went down. 3 elderly people got killed in front of a nursing home. And this bastard got the nerve to say, oh, the crime went down. This lying black bastard. And FBAs want to sit around and focus on white folks and tethers, but you ain't focused on these sellout bastards that's keeping the community down. You ain't talking about that, though. You still want to talk about white people. Shut up. And tethers. Oh, he's Jamaican. What about this black bastard that's up here? That's the mayor of Chicago. He ain't Jamaican. He's FBA. Call him out for selling us out. Always concerned with the wrong shit, acting like we standing for something. Niggas ain't standing for nothing. He's standing for nothing. That's why I'm standing with America. Because that's who I am anyway. The hell? Why I can't go work in the government? Why I can't be a part of the solution? Huh? Oh, oh, if you're black and you work in the government, you a sellout. Shut up, nigga. So Francis Cress Welsing was a sellout. Anybody educated that can actually be on the side of making change, they a sellout, according to you. We ain't supposed to go work for the government. We ain't supposed to become police officers. We ain't supposed to become DEA agents. We ain't supposed to become judges. We ain't supposed to become none of that because we black, because we niggas. No, you ain't supposed to be that nigga. That's what you ain't supposed to be. Maybe that ain't what you was put here for. You was supposed to be some street nigga. You. No. If you know real FBA history, real FBA people worked in the system. Look up Barbara Sizemore, a black woman who fought in the educational system to teach black children correctly. Look up Barbara Sizemore. Learn your FBA history. You know how you can go find it? Go to my archive, go to the playlist. You'll see the Black History Month series starting from 2017. Go and watch it. You want to learn some FBA history instead of getting up here sounding stupid. Because if you know anything about FBA history, the job was to get in the system. That has always been the job. Look it up. We didn't invent things just for us. We invented things for the world. That's what we did. See, if you're going to talk about the history, talk about it correctly. We ain't do shit just for black folk. That's not FBA. FBAs did shit for America. Not for black people, for America. America. All of our inventors, we created shit for America. We didn't create the goddamn stoplight for black folk. That sounds stupid, doesn't it? So I'm going to create a traffic light so black cars can stop and know when to go. That sounds stupid, right? Lewis Lattimore created the filament in the light bulb for black people. He did that for black people, right? For black households. You sound stupid. The man who created the cleaning business, cleaners, his name was Thomas Jennings. Oh, he only did that for black people. So only black people could take their clothes to the cleaners. You sound dumb. It's time for us to get off that dumb shit. It's 2025. Okay? We FBA. Yes, tell them again. That sounds so dumb. All the stuff foundational black Americans created was for us. You sound stupid. Let's get to this next video. And that's one thing we don't tolerate over here is stupidity from grown-ups. That's what we don't tolerate over here. Stupidity from grown-ups. Grown-ups promoting stupidity. All the things we invented was for this world. That's why it's called being an inventor. Okay? Let's get to this second video. Y'all be tripping, man. That video at. Here we go.
And that's just a chip off the iceberg. So there's a lot.
Remarkable Borders are Tom Homan joining us now. And Tom, remarkable.
Okay, before we get into the video, right? In this video, this is Tom Homan, which is the control. He runs the Border Patrol, right? His name's Tom Homan. And in this video, this is him responding to the mayor of Chicago. This is him responding to the mayor of Chicago. What's up, Big Stacks? Make sure y'all support the show, y'all. Hit that like button on the way in. Double tap y'all screens, man. Double tap y'all screens. So let's hear what Border Patrol has to say. Shout out to Tom Homan. He don't play no games.
Success you've got here, but my question is, where do you go next? When will the crackdown in Chicago and other cities begin?
Well, first of all, one mistake on your chart there. Out of the 300,000 children, I looked at the numbers just yesterday. We've located over 23,000 of them.
Y'all heard that? Tom Homan just said there's 300,000 children missing from Chicago. And this black bastard got the nerve to talk about crime is down in Chicago. 300,000 children are missing, you idiot. 300,000 children. They only recovered 23,000 so far. $300,000 children are missing from Chicago alone. From Chicago, children. From Chicago. So this whole time, bang, 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 bang. We all drilled out. We all drilled out, having fun, drilled out, listening to the drill music. They in this goddamn state abducting 300,000 kids. Right up under our nose while we sitting there listening to Fredo Santana and Takeover. While we sitting around wondering why L.A. Capone and these guys don't get along, they're kidnapping 300,000 children. And this idiot got the nerve to get up and say, oh, we're actually doing better here in Chicago. These people are sick, bro. Running Warrior says that's over a period of years. Yes, I know, bro. Remember, Chief Keef came out in 2008. We in 2025. There go the years right there, Running Warrior. Chief Keef came out in 2008. Just Love Sosa. Love Sosa came out in 2008. Oh, and they know it. Didn't that come out 2008, 2007? Love Sosa. When that came out. Oh, when they know it. When that came out, 07, 08, it's 2025. We going on a dub ski. We going on 20 years of drill rap. You think they can't abduct 300,000 kids in 20 years? Why can't they? Why can't they abduct 300,000 kids in 20 years? Yeah, 08. Running Warrior said 08 is when it came out. Love Sosa came out in 08. Shout out to my brother Bucket in the building. Salute, Brody. 300,000 plus. Come on, man. Come on, man.
So 23,000 locations of the 300,000. Well, President Trump's committed. We're not going to stop till we find every one of them, or at least.
Trump is committed to bringing back the children.
Run every lead down on those 300,000 children. That's a big plus for the administration, because the last administration wasn't even looking for them. So, but
you heard that? The last administration, the Biden administration, they weren't even looking for them goddamn kids. They weren't even looking for them.
As far as with Chicago's coming along with every other sanctuary city. President Trump is committed that we're going to focus and prioritize sanctuary cities, because that is where the problem is. We know.
You heard that? Did you hear what he said? Let me rewind it. Shout out to Tom Holman.
Chicago's coming along with every other sanctuary city. President Trump is committed that we're going to focus and prioritize sanctuary cities, because that is where the problem is.
That is where the problem is. I just read y'all all 17 sanctuary states. I just read y'all all 17 sanctuary states here in the U.S. And Trump said that this is the problem.
We know for a fact they're releasing public safety threats to the streets every day, rather than handing them over to ICE so we can deport them.
Well, and you're right, the 23,000 plus children. By the way, I was just pointing out, Tom, that the 14 children rescued were just in that pot farm that Democrats just piled on, attacking and saying that it was outrageous. But yet, look at the rescues that happened. The larger mission continues in cities like Chicago. But yet, Democrats continue to go after this removal of violent, illegal criminal aliens. So when you get pushback as you head into Chicago from people like Mayor Johnson, what's your message to the mayor?
Get out of the way, because we're going to do it. Look, right after the election, when President Trump took the White House, the first operation that I was involved with was Chicago. Brandon Johnson says I wasn't welcome in Chicago. Well, the very next day I was in Chicago along with the task force. And just a day one, Griff, the first day in Chicago, we took 9 child predators off the street. Child sex predators off the street. We arrested numerous members of Tren de Agua and MS-13. We arrested 2 illegal aliens that were convicted of murder. And we took numerous guns off the street, pistols that had the switch. That made those pistols fully automatic. That is day one in Chicago. And that's just a chip off the iceberg. So there's a lot more to do. President Trump's committed to making Chicago great again, making it safe again, since they failed to do so.
But Mayor Johnson is simply saying that you don't care about solving an actual problem. Listen here.
Care about solutions to gun violence or homelessness or immigration. They just don't want to see it. They don't want our communities to be safer for all of us. They just want to play on people's fears.
Your reaction?
DS1, don't say that. I was getting ready to say something. Don't say that, DS1. Why do we still have people like? Let me play the video.
Tom?
It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like I just said, we took guns off the street that were fully automatic in the city of Chicago. That's a solution. We took child sexual predators, people who committed sexual crimes against children off the streets of Chicago. That's a solution. Taking public safety threats off the streets of Chicago makes Chicago safer. If he had 1 ounce of integrity, he would thank President Trump for making Chicago safer every day. Every day, ICE is taking thousands of criminals off the street of this country, including Chicago. We have a big operation up there that's continuing, and it's about to get a lot bigger. You would think he'd welcome the assistance. His number one responsibility is the safety and security of that city. If he's not going to do it, President Trump's going to do it. I would think he'd be shoulder to shoulder with us, but it's disgusting that he's not. But we're going to be there anyway. So if you don't want to help, get out of the way. We'll do it.
Tom, I want to ask you about a significant arrest, and that is a Mexican illegal alien, criminal record. He was deported 3 times, 3 convictions for sex offenses involving a child under 14, sexual battery, illegal possession of a firearm, and, of course, DUI in robbery.
This man, look at this. Look at this, y'all. This pervert was deported 3 times from our country and came back. Look at this weirdo. He got deported 3 times, once in 96, then again in 2003, then again in 2012. Look at what he's convicted for. Sex offenses involving a child under 14. Weirdos. Sexual battery, illegal possession of a firearm, and driving under the influence. He's a sex trafficker. He's a pervert. He's a weirdo. Send him to where? Where we need to send him, y'all? To the alligators. Send him to Alligator Alcatraz. You see this pervert? Send him to the alligators. Let him get chewed on by alligators and Burmese pythons. Send this bastard to Alligator Alcatraz so he can be fish food for alligators, because he like to touch children. He's a sex trafficker.
Tell me about what happened here.
Well, look, this is just the repeat story of why we need a secure border, Griff. I mean, all these re-entries, and under the Biden administration, we had 10.5 million illegal aliens, coming to our border, a vast majority released. That is why it's so important what President Trump has done. In the last almost 4 months, no illegal aliens been released on the border. We have sent a message to the entire world. There is no catch and release in the United States anymore. The reason we have the most secure border in the history of this nation is because of the work of the men and women in the Border Patrol securing that border.
Yep.
President Trump's executive orders on remain in Mexico, ending catch and release, the third safe country agreements.
Yep.
But a big part of that success on the border is because we're showing the world there's consequences. If you're in the country illegally, you committed a crime, you're a public safety threat, we're going to find you, we're going to deport you. That message around the world helps give us the most secure border in this history.
It's a remarkable record, and we appreciate all of the ICE, Border Patrol, federal law enforcement that will work this Labor Day weekend. Tom Homan, thank you for taking time. Have a good weekend.
Shout out to Tom Homan. and the Border Patrol. Shout out to the Border Czar, Tom Holman. Now, I couldn't say that at that time, Running Warrior. I couldn't say that, bro. I couldn't say that, man. How you doing, Miss Lynette? What's up, Patricia? Patricia says, yeah, we have one in the White House. Where's his wife and son's picture? What are you talking about? Somebody get her out of here. Somebody get her out of here. Gorilla God King, salute. Brother can't even speak. How am I supposed to trust anything he says? Man, y'all crazy. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Classy Creole. She got an Uber. But y'all heard today from the Chicago residents. You heard from her. Her husband was just robbed. He got robbed for his car. Shout out to y'all, man. See, over here, we all about making America great again. And if you're going to claim you're a foundational Black American, you shouldn't have anything against making America great again, because America is your home. Okay? So you can't be FBA and anti-MAGA. It just don't make any sense. It just don't. All right? Because if you're not about making America great again, guess whose side you on? The foreigners. And their job is to take your home, America, from you, which is what they've been doing. Getting all the housing resources, getting all the bank resources, getting all the job resources. This is what they was doing. All the tethers and immigrants, that's what they've been doing. That's why they don't want to make America great again, because making America great again is for Americans. You don't get it yet? Making America great again is for Americans. It's not for foreigners. It's not for immigrants. It's not for tethers. It's for Americans. American-born people. Not you was raised here. You got to be born here. That's what make America great again means. That's who it's for. So why are we so worried about a goddamn immigrant? Making America great again should not be the concern of an immigrant. Because that ain't for no immigrants. That's for Americans. White Americans, Black Americans, Americans. All right? So shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all for pulling up. I appreciate y'all for staying the entire show. We might come back tomorrow. Matter of fact, we are going to come back tomorrow because I wasn't able to do a morning show. So tomorrow we might do a morning show. So y'all stay tuned. Y'all stay tuned. Shout out to Just Me for coming through. Shout out to my man Running Warrior. Shout out to my man GQ in the building. Shout out to all of my lovely lady moms. Thank you so much, Miss Classy Creole, today. Thank you so much as a top lovely lady mod. Shout out to Miss L'Oreal as a top lovely lady mod as well. Shout out to all the lovely lady mods for coming through today and holding it down as usual. Thank y'all so much. And welcome to all the new supporters, man. I appreciate the support. I appreciate y'all pulling up. If y'all would like to support the show, make sure before you get up out of here, you hit the like button and you hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you're notified every time we drop some new content right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. I appreciate y'all. Get down in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think of today's show. DS1 Ross Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Make sure you set your bell notification so you notify, because we might be live tomorrow morning. Y'all never know. DS1 Ross, Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Friday. Peace.